Matchup on tap between the Seattle here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Years under his in the National Football League. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
Around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. When we needed to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Throwing, Hundley. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now Hundley. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Let's go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Time with Johnson, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Back to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's a quarterback sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. Points on the horizon. Can't wait. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Well, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over, because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play, because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled, except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Throwing, Hundley. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Well, there was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Let's go.
Now Hundley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough...
Receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Fuller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Single slot. All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted.
They get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30. Stays on his feet. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding. Defense.
That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw.
Down,
he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. We are all even on the scoreboard, so I guess sort of just a blank slate as we start the third.
You just exhale at the half and start over. Come out with some excitement and try and set the tone with your defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll get 19 yards there. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football. Not easily done in today's NFL.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on fourth down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Defense.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll drop the throw. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.